We got maybe 11 people. First one on that thing. To do this, we'll go right into the season mode. We're halfway done. I am in game 10. Playing at Dog Clippers.
What can I get for you?
Good game.
What he's having.
What's a straight whiskey?
What he's having, please, and back him up. What Marcus tells me.
You guys up here.
Shoot.
The boys told you about the offer, and you led them to believe that you were going to sign off on it.
Based on what I know.
And then you pulled the rug right out from under me.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Where are you?
So I dusted myself off, tried to focus.
Clippers.
What I knew was you're a hard guy, but not a mean or petty one.
2-pointers,
At
good.
least I thought I knew.
I hope you know.
I reached out to Captain Bullman, asked if you'd contacted him about the transfer
Ooh,
request.
that was
He
close.
said you'd stopped by his
I
office.
wish this game was actually called Finals.
I was able to glean that he framed his
Hey, buddy.
offer as a response to me asking him to get me transferred there. The offer originated.
Doing today. No.
Why do you think he brought you with me?
I believe that he thought it would be through his coaching. He knew the offer came from him.
I mean, there's always a push and pull between divisions to harvest the best people.
Yes, but not out of your office. That's just not done.
Ooh, bad timing.
And that told you.
Doing today.
That my real value to
So-
Captain Bullman was as a hook
Into
into what he
the-
needed.
Okay. Down the lane. Oh,
And I
yeah.
came to the same conclusion.
But there was no way of sharing your
Way
talent
up.
without insulting the living crap out of me.
At least.
So instead of
This
sending
is
me
good.
off to be a pawn, you denied the transfer request without telling me why.
Because I couldn't.
Yes, you could have.
Maybe someone else, but not me.
If you're waiting for a thank you, don't hold your
Oh my gosh, she's supposed to use the basket. And
How
the
about just case closed?
Okay. Case closed.
back morning again.
Nice work, detective.
Sure, I could. Ooh. Oh, I might. You better not make this.
From all of us
Oh,
at
here,
Bloodline,
make it.
Happy holiday.
Keep going.
For speech. But here's to
Many more years of friendship.
and peace.
Oh, fuck.
A mi familia debe todo.
Thanks.
Right here, right now.
Oh my gosh, that's that was a
Here's the family.
We're proud to bring your family amazing value every day. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods. Family is the greatest gift.
Use the
Heard about
backboard.
Eucrisa for mild to moderate eczema? It can be used almost everywhere, on almost every body.
The arm of an arm wrestler?
The back of a quarterback?
Her face a little fairy?
Prescription Eucrisa is a nose-to-toes eczema ointment. It blocks overactive PDE4 enzymes within your skin.
And it's
Feed this free.
Do not use if you are
Oh,
allergic to
yeah.
Eucrisa or its
Good thing.
ingredients. Allergic reactions may occur at or near the application site. The most common side effect is application site pain. Ask your doctor about Eucrisa.
Pool Beer's all new with Mark Hamill, plus holiday cooking with Chef Bobby Flay tonight.
Monday, got a problem with that annoying ink cartridge?
Woo.
Kevin's your man. Printer's fixed.
Great job, Braveheart.
I knew Kevin can wait. Then, a man with a plan's hiring.
All the applicants are men.
The job is formal. It's for a man.
Red trap.
Don't miss a new man with a plan right
Trap
after a new Kevin can wait.
numbers.
CBS Monday.
Sounds right. Oh, first trap.
Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBG Lacrosse, covering our community. This is
I'm getting
News
these
8
points.
at 10.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Sarah Tamer. Mike and Martha are off tonight.
The first week of a murder trial for a West Salem man accused of killing his wife wraps up with crime lab experts disputing Todd Kenthammer's story that his wife died in a freak car accident. Kenthammer says a metal pipe fell off a truck and flew through the windshield of the car he was driving, killing his wife. Testimony from two Madison-based crime lab experts took most of the day. First, a DNA analyst answered questions from prosecutors and the defense about what he found under Barbara Kenthammer's fingernails, samplings from the car and the pipe. Todd Kenthammer had scratches on his neck and chest after the incident, and while the analyst says his DNA was almost certainly found in his wife Barbara's fingernails, he told the defense he can't determine how the DNA got there. Later in the day, a crime scene response coordinator noted it took at least 2 blows to the windshield to cause the center fracture, that center damage occurred before the fracture with a hole over the passenger seat, and that the site over the passenger seat was hit at least once before the hole was produced. Investigators also note glass and dirt that was found on the passenger seat and in the door sill, which led him to some conclusions.
Just the fact that the dirt and the glass were present on the cushion of the seat would indicate that no one was seated in this seat. I believe that because of the lack of glass in the map pocket and dirt on the interior side of the front door, I believe that door was open during the deposition of the glass.
The defense questioned Stock's background knowledge in glass and how it breaks, and asked about evidence such as glass shards in the car may have been moved once the car was towed in the rain that Friday to the sheriff's department and then taken in a closed trailer to the crime lab in Madison.
That had the potential to be disturbed by the manner in which it was transported in the open. Is that correct?
Well, anytime that there's weather and you have an item that is exposed to that weather, there can be some loss of evidence due to that.
Crime lab analysts also note that while there was visible blood pooled on the passenger side front mat, on the center console, and also blood on the front edge of the passenger seat and on the shoulder of the seatbelt, there wasn't any blood on the passenger backrest or headrest, despite Barbara Kenthammer having 3 large gashes on the back of her head. Prosecutors will officially wrap up on Monday, and then defense will begin bringing its witnesses to the stand.
Friday, we broke into some sunshine, so temperatures were able to warm above average, but for the past couple of hours, we've been seeing some light snow. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar imagery. There is that light snow moving through the region. Now we're seeing the heaviest of the snow in parts of Juneau and Adams County, also into eastern Vernon, into Richland County, and all of Crawford County seeing some of that snow. It is not overly heavy by any means, but it is causing some slick spots, and behind that main area, we'll continue to see those scattered snow showers for the next couple of hours. Temperatures are in the 20s and 30s, 31 in La Crosse, 27 in Sparta, 26 in Eau Claire, and 32 degrees in Prairie du Chien. We will see clouds stick around once those snow showers taper off, and those clouds will gradually decrease as we head through your Saturday. We'll see some sunshine. However, it's going to be chilly sunshine. The temperature is only topping out in the mid-20s. There are some things, though, coming our way for Sunday and to start the work week. I'll have more details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Michelle. Several wildfires continue to burn and span multiple counties in Southern California. Danielle Nottingham has the latest from Ventura.
And 132,000 acres are burning.
Massive flames continue to tear through Ventura County. Dry, dense brush is fueling the blaze in the Los Angeles National Forest as the Thomas Fire inches closer to Santa Barbara. Devastated neighborhoods are left in its wake.
I don't really know where to start.
Aurora Kirian is helping her mother pick through the rubble for anything that can be salvaged from a home that once held generations of memories.
And my grandpa built it, designed it, built it 35 years ago, and they've lived in it ever since.
Nearly 500 homes and buildings have been lost since Monday, with the fast-moving fire burning in areas larger than Chicago. There was some relief 100 miles away in northern San Diego County.
Hi, honey. It's me. The house is still there.
Thursday night, the blaze there destroyed at least 85 structures, including many homes and a mobile home park. Hundreds of horses were evacuated from a famous training facility. Susan Dubé's 2 horses were next door, but they were among those found after the chaos.
It was just horrible. It was an inferno at where my horses are, and I'm just thankful they were rescued.
The threat is not over yet. Strong Santa Ana winds expected throughout the weekend. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Ventura, California.
One death is being blamed on the fire. Officials say a 70-year-old woman was killed in a car crash as she was fleeing the fire. Her body was found earlier this week during an evacuation. All eyes are on Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton as he weighs his options on who he thinks should replace U.S. Senator Al Franken. Franken announced yesterday he will resign in the following weeks after allegations of sexual misconduct. Many names have been mentioned as likely replacements, including Minnesota's Lieutenant Governor Tina Smith. However, Dayton dismissed claims he has already made his decision, saying they are all speculative. He claims he is still in the decision-making process, and he will not make any comments until he has made his final choice. An area business that prides itself on keeping things local is celebrating local financing for its expansion project. The Morocco Food Co-op is doubling in size to more than 9,200 square feet. The $7 million project recently got some help from the state of Wisconsin in the form of a community development investment grant. Today they announced they're also receiving a USDA Rural Development Loan Guarantee, which allows them to borrow from a local bank instead from a large national loan.
Since we really like supporting the local economy here, local farmers, local agriculture, we want to get money for projects locally as well. So we're really excited that we can do that.
The expansion project is expected to be finished by next July. Veterans in the La Crosse area have another way to meet each other, this time with some free coffee. Festival Foods in La Crosse's Village Shopping Center hosted veterans for its second American Heroes Cafe this morning. All veterans and their family members were welcome to stop by for some free coffee and donuts while talking with festival workers and other local veterans. The event began at Festival Foods in Kenosha, and business leaders decided to try bringing it to La Crosse.
We did the first one the second Friday right before Veterans Day. I thought that was a good tie-in, and we just want to keep doing it and give back to those fellows and service people that have done so much for us.
Cooperating Festival Foods locations host the American Heroes Cafe on the second Friday of each month. La Crosse's next cafe will be held on January 12th. The holidays of giving are here, and a local nonprofit is hoping you're still in the giving spirit. The Salvation Army is holding its second match day tomorrow for this year's Red Kettle fundraising campaign. 19 area businesses will match donations made to the Salvation Army of La Crosse tomorrow up to $29,000. It will be the largest match day of this year's campaign, generating 10 and 15% of the... Still to come on News 8 at 10, a statue towering over the north end of Riverside Park is once again the center of controversy. We'll tell you why some want the statue of Hiawatha removed.
And I'm meteorologist Michelle Woodell. We're seeing snow showers tonight, but will any of those snow showers linger into the weekend? All the details in your forecast coming up next.
Cooley Region Women, your area's award-winning magazine, is now available. In this makeover issue, read about Angela Bartow, owner of Savvy Home Consignments. Read also about a woman that can't stop sewing, a modern new home, cabinet makeovers, spicing up your cooking, updating your wardrobe, travel to Sedona, and more. Pick up your copy at many area locations, including the Weber Center, Woodman's, Festival Foods, and the YMCA's. Or call 783-5395. Sign up as a Facebook fan at crwmagazine.com to share your thoughts and comments.
This is what it feels like when you get your health insurance from Quartz. Yeah, that includes you over there, rocking the bell bottoms. You see, with Quartz, we have plan options that include access to the amazing hospitals and clinics of Gunderson Health System. And that feels, well, kind of groovy. Or whatever the kids are calling it. Choose Quartz and find your health.
It's good to be home.
Everyone can't wait to see you.
I guess they couldn't stay up.
To all military members stationed home and overseas, happy holidays from America's best-selling brand. During the Ford Yard sales event, take advantage of these exclusive holiday offers, like 0% APR for 72 months plus $1,000 cash back, plus special offers for all military personnel.
This season, nothing says happy holidays like a free Samsung Galaxy S8 or S7 from US Cellular. And with a deal this good, there's no time like the present to, give yourself a present.
I don't deserve it.
Oh, yes, you do.
You're right, I do.
Have yourself a happy holiday with the free Samsung Galaxy S8 or S7 and great deals on all Samsung Galaxy smartphones and US Cellular.
CityCam 8 is brought to you by GECU, the friendly credit union. And now, meteorologist Michelle Podell and Storm Teammate Weather.
Well, parts of the area have been seeing a little bit of snow over the past couple of hours. Check out some of these snowfall reports. As of about 9:45, about 2 miles east of La Crosse, picking up a ½ inch of snow. 3/10, quite popular in Onalaska, Holman, and Bangor. And Winona picking up 2/10 of an inch of snow. Now, if we take a live look on CityCam, you can see some of that light snow on the roads and sidewalks over downtown La Crosse, and some of that snow still continues. The heaviest of it currently in Juneau and Adams County, also eastern Vernon, into Richland and Crawford County, but still not heavy by any means. And then a few scattered snow showers behind that. These snow showers will start to taper off over the next couple of hours, and then we will see there's mostly cloudy skies. But before the snow moved in, it was actually a pretty nice day. We broke into a little bit of sunshine that helped our temperature warm to 36 degrees. So we are 5 degrees warmer than average. And with the clouds and the snow, we're at 31 right now. We have a west wind at 9 miles an hour, and the Mississippi River is falling. You're at 26 degrees in Eau Claire, 27 in Sparta, 28 in Viroqua, and sitting at 32 degrees in Prairie du Chien. So that snow will quickly exit to our southeast. It'll taper off overnight. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, and then those clouds will gradually decrease through your Saturday. Expecting some sunshine. However, it's going to be chilly sunshine because temperatures are in the 20s. Now, we've got a weak little upper air disturbance that'll move through Saturday.
I love this.
Not expecting any precipitation, just a few
Full
extra
car
clouds.
press.
And then the winds shift out of the south on Sunday, and that'll bring temperatures up into the mid-30s for highs. As far as snowfall totals go, not expecting a lot, even bringing it down a little bit from earlier, anywhere from a trace to possibly up to an inch once it's all said and done later tonight. So for tonight, those snow showers will continue over the next couple of hours and mostly cloudy. Lows will be near 20 degrees. For tomorrow, the clouds will be decreasing. It'll be colder and a little breezy at times. Those north winds at 10 to 15. Highs tomorrow only near 26 degrees. Now, as I mentioned, those winds will shift out of the south on Sunday. That paired with some sun is going to warm those temperatures up into the mid-30s. Now, we will see clouds gradually increase into the afternoon on Sunday ahead of our next storm system. That'll bring us a chance of a few snow showers late Sunday night and into Monday. Now, Monday will be mild again in the 30s. But then we cool way down into the low 20s by Tuesday, warming back up and hovering right around 30 for the rest of the week with just small snow chances. So a little bit of snow out there. If you still need to be out and about, make sure to just take it easy on the roads.
Yeah, thanks, Michelle. Up next, a statue meant to honor La Crosse's Native American ties has sat at the north end of Riverside Park for decades. But now some say it's time for it to go. We'll explain why coming up.
Need glasses now? We have a lens lab in every store and can make them for you in as little as 30 minutes.
2 pairs start at just $38.71, and 91% of our glasses are ready the same day. No one makes glasses faster than iMart Express.
The gift of relaxation and pampering is the perfect gift to give this holiday season. It is the Sue Colby's experience, the gift your special someone is really hoping for, and the gift she really deserves. Order your gift cards online today at SueColby's.com
or pick them up at Sukobi Salon and Day Spa, because she deserves the very best.
Bert and Claude Blaine founded Blaine's Farm and Fleet as the destination for great brands at great prices. That's why you'll find perfect Christmas gift ideas, like a DeWalt 20-volt max compact brushless drill driver kit is just $99. This DeWalt 18 to 20-volt adapter battery combo kit is also $99. And this Yardmaster 40-foot green landscape extension cord is sale priced at only $7.99. A family tradition of no gimmicks, no tricks, just great gifts at great prices.
Merry Christmas from my family to yours.
Hey, well, all right, sir. Here we go there. What are you going to get for? How much 25 to get 30 now? 5. We're going to have another $40 on the make it a quarter now. 5. We're going to get $5. $25 bill now. $30, 30 bill. Give me 30. Make it 30 bill. Mama, $30 bill. Give me 30. We're going to get a $30 bill. Now that's a deal. All the give that man. You can take your place among the best. $4.99 football days from Subway.
CityCam 8 is brought to you by GECU, the friendly credit union. Save money this holiday season with this holiday loan special. Rate as low as 3.49% APR for up to 3 years. Happy holidays from GECU. Our community, your station. And honored to be chosen Station of the Year for 8 years in a row.
A historic statue in La Crosse's Riverside Park is once again the center of a controversy. Some say the Hiawatha statue at the north end of the park is an important piece of the city's history, while others say it's an offensive representation of Native Americans. News 8's Mel Meyer has that story.
During a quarterly joint listening session held on Wednesday night, many in attendance wanted to talk about the role of the Hiawatha statue.
There were lots of Ho-Chunk people that were there that talked about the experience of being Ho-Chunk and living with that statue in our community.
Doug Weidenbach was at the meeting as a county board representative and chair of the Arts Board. He says that while some Native American people at the meeting were supportive of the art, others were not for a variety of reasons.
One of the biggest ones being, I think, that it's just a caricature of their culture.
During the board meeting held at City Hall today, Vicki Markuson said that that's not how it was meant to be taken.
The intention was to honor the Native Americans. Back then, the Native Americans were saying there wasn't anything to recognize their heritage.
Markuson says that through her own research of newspaper articles, when the art was installed, the biggest issue was the name.
Most people were offended by Hiawatha because he does not have any local heritage.
As an executive director of the La Crosse Area Chamber of Commerce, she hopes to be included in these conversations as the issue progresses.
As the originators of the statue and the idea behind it, and having done the research, it would be nice to have us meet with the Ho-Chunk so that we can have positive conversation of how we move forward.
Reporting in La Crosse, I'm Mel Meyer for News 8.
The art board itself wouldn't be able to make any policies based on these conversations. Board members are only able to make policy recommendations to the Parks Department, which has control over the fate of the statue. Up next, if you got a flu shot this year, it may not be as effective at keeping you from getting sick as you might think. We'll explain why coming up in medical news.
Hey guys, what do you think of my new Game Gear? It's incomplete. How about this? He still comes up short. Better? It's no good. Not how we drew it up. He's denied again. So close. And there is your dagger.
McDonald's has the best game day grub for the pack. Try the new Buffalo Bacon Sandwich loaded with Applewood smoked bacon and spicy buffalo sauce.
Kathy Novi has nothing but good things to say about her LASIK experience from Gunderson Health System.
The reason I
Only
chose
around
Gunderson
the
is
18
because I
when
heard
I'm
they were the
playing
best,
with him.
and I heard nothing but wonderful things about Dr. Bourne. Immediately after the surgery, I sat up and was able to see the clock with all of my glasses or contacts for the very first time. My new vision is outstanding thanks to the team
Oh,
at
that's
Gunderson.
voice.
Thank you, Dr. Bourne.
Visit GundersonHealth.org for more information or to schedule your consultation.
Shine brightly this holiday with Mills Fleet Farm. Energy-saving GE LED light bulbs are 25% off. Valvoline conventional motor oil is on sale, $2.99 a quart. Save on KT Basic Blend Wild Bird Food, a 45-pound bag, just $9.99. And protein-rich Jack Link's meat snacks are on sale. 2 bags, $7. Plus, enter to win tickets to the football championship game at Mills Fleet Farm.
He loves online banking, and with Verb's online bill pay, it's no more checks.
Honey, now that we set up those auto payments for guitar lessons, we won't need this.
What's our full court press?
Years from now, we'll dig this up and laugh at its lack of technology. Hello?
As much as we love seeing you, with our digital options, you too can become a former brancher. It was time.
When it comes to holiday shopping, my wife loves style. My son is all about technology, and my daughter, she just loves horses. Don't you just love one-stop shopping? I do.
Bring in the holidays with Buick. Get up to 20% below MSRP on most 2017 luxury SUV models. That's over $7,100 on this Buick Envision Essence. Visit your best choice Buick dealer today.
You're watching WKBT DT La Crosse, Eau Claire.
There's some doubt over the effectiveness of this year's flu vaccines. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention is reporting at least 7,000 cases of influenza so far this year, double the amount by this time last year. This year's vaccination was also used in Australia and only proved about 10% effective. The U.S. flu vaccine season is usually similar to Australia's. Even with lowered effectiveness, it is recommended everyone 6 months and older get a flu vaccine every year.
As long as you're vaccinated, you can still there is still a chance that you can get sick from the flu. That said, you'll likely have a lesser severity and a shorter duration of the illness.
Other tips for avoiding the flu include frequent hand washing and avoiding close contact with people who are sick. The sports drink market is reportedly a $6.6 billion industry. Many athletes rely on brands like Gatorade or Powerade to help. But Dana Jacobson took a look at why a growing number are now turning to something from a very different section of the supermarket.
After a long practice, it's not what you'd expect to see. Maryland football players looking to replenish, reaching for pickles, like linebacker Jermaine Carter.
I actually like to eat the pickle and then drink the pickle juice, you know.
That juice, technically called brine, fights cramps. At least some athletes say it does.
You don't cramp as much, you know, you feel more hydrated.
Brine is that salty, vinegary, yellow-green liquid that gives pickles their flavor.
The sodium that you sweat out and electrolytes that you sweat out during practice is just a really quick way to recover and replenish.
Maryland strength and conditioning coach Rick Court thinks pickle brine makes sense if his athletes find it effective.
Take it for the pickle.
So is it better than some of the other things that people are used to using?
I don't know if it's necessarily better than anything specific, but it definitely gives a twist, a different taste and a different flavor for guys.
Blake Coleman swears by it. The New Jersey Devils forward gained attention in October when he was handed a jar of pickles as he came off the ice.
I've heard it's like a neurologic thing where the taste is so sour that it tricks your mind.
Turns out, Coleman is right. Performance nutritionist Heidi Skolnick says it's not salt or nutrients in pickle brine that stops cramps. It's the taste.
It tastes so awful that it's interrupting the central nervous system pathway that's creating that cramping.
And while pickle brine isn't likely to hurt an athlete,
I think there are a lot of other more practical ways getting in some carbohydrate, protein, electrolyte mix and eating your meals.
Maybe that's why Blake Coleman's teammates aren't jumping on the brine bandwagon. At least for now. Anybody else come around to your camp using the pickles?
No, I'm still in a solo camp right now.
Heidi Skolnick says that if you want to avoid cramps to begin with, get plenty of fluids and sodium, stay in shape, and give yourself enough time between activities. Then you might say you can avoid being in a pickle to begin with. Dana Jacobson, CBS News, New York.
Still to come, the Winona State men's and women's basketball teams play a doubleheader tonight at home. Plus, the Bangor boys take the court for the first time as a top team in Division 5. Brian is next with sports.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, News 8 Sports is brought to you from the Schaller Jacobson Collision and Alignment Repair Sports Desk.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with an 11% rebate on everything. Save over $40 on this closet system. Save over $200 on these kitchen cabinets or this shower kit. Or go really big and save over $13,000 on this